Annyeonghaseyo. Alright, so I thought I had 2 vids to make, but I have like 4. So I think, let's see, I did that one. I did that one. Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh, I do. I was like, what? So, okay, I'm going to make my scandal video, and then I'm going to make the next video. Okay, so I was having this conversation. Woo, my bra is acting up. Sorry. It's real rude. So sorry. Yes. All right, so I'm so sorry. I'm going to edit this out. Okay, I was having, first of all, welcome to MKJTV. It is your girl, Lady A. I'm so excited that you joined us for another episode of Viewer Q&A. How's that intro? Because what you guys don't know is that I just edited out a whole blooper. And it was rather funny, but a little bit tasteless. So I'm going to cut that off. So you guys won't see that part. So anyway, welcome to the show today. All right, so this is a series of videos because I'm answering several questions that I got. All right, this one is going to be my scandal video. I'm going to make this. Okay, so you guys know I love scandal. Maybe you don't know, but I love it. If you follow me on Facebook, you know I love scandal. I'm posting pictures all the time, and whenever there's a video, I do like, not a video, whenever there's an episode of scandal, I do open letter. It's like an open letter. And to like Liv and Fitz, like I know them, like we homies. And so I'm like, oh, I don't like how you did today. And I posted on the scandal page, and I meet other scandalites and gladiators that way. They actually had a scandal meetup, and so I couldn't go though because I had like tons of stuff to do, so I couldn't go. I had like 5 things to do. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do all this, so I didn't get a chance to go there. But anyway, so if you don't watch Scandal, let me give you a bit of a background of the movie or of the video. Yes, I'm speaking that into existence, a Scandal movie, a Scandal movie series. Before I answer my question, okay. So first of all. In this show, I'm trying not to give away too many spoilers here for those of you who may not have seen it. I'm just going to give you the overview. In this show, there is a lead actor. Actually, it's Kerry Washington, and big ups to her. She racked up several awards, and she got an NAACP award, several of them, because she is the first African-American leading lady in a primetime network television show in 60 years. It's been 60 years. Diane Carroll was the first, and then the second was, what was the name of that show? Get Back Julie, Cat Back Julie, something Julie, and then so it's been like 60 years, and then she's the first. So shout outs to Miss Washington, doing wonderful things, making strides and making history. Anyway, she's the lead character, and she is the fixer. She makes everybody's problems go away, and if she can't make them go away, she makes them work for them, right? So she is bomb.com. This is somebody you want in your corner. And then she has a group of associates, and they call themselves the gladiators. Gladiators in suits, to be exact, and they basically all bring something different to the table, and together they are able to like solve these problems, and they do all the dirty, grimy stuff behind the scenes that nobody else sees, right? So they all live in DC, they work in DC, they work right on Capitol Hill, so of course they get a lot of political things they have to do, or things they have to clean up. I'm trying really hard not to give away too much. It's so hard because I watch it so much, like I have almost the whole first season memorized, like seriously. So I'm trying to like not give it away. So this leading lady, she has dang, I don't even know how to not say that. Well, you'll get that from the first episode. Okay, so she's having an affair with the president. Okay, because after you watch the first episode, it's there. So she has an affair with the president. They have an ongoing affair. They have a love affair. And the thing is, initially you're like, oh, that's scandalous. Hence the name of the show, right? But the thing is, they are like really in love for real. Like, it's not lust, like they really are in love. And as a matter of fact, in season 1, episode 6, called The Trail, he actually has a conversation, and you can actually see it on YouTube, and he basically was like, it was how they met, right? And one of the lines he says is, how was I such a coward? How was I not man enough to wait for you? I settled for my wife. Like, dang, like that's woo, sir. So, and that's true. Like, how many times do we settle in relationships? We're tired of waiting for our champion. We're tired of waiting for our queen. So we settle with whatever is next to us that semi looks like it can get us to where we're going. But then when we get to where we're going, we meet that person that probably would have done better on our arm, but it's too late because you've already settled for what was nearby. You didn't wait. And so you stuck, right? And so he was talking about being stuck. Anyway, his wife, this is why people love to hate Scandal, right? His wife, whom I love to hate her, she is like, woo, that thing is off the chain, okay? Like, she is the worst wife ever. Like, if there was such a thing as the worst wife ever award, she would get it. Like, she's trifling, she's messy, she refuses to submit. She has her own vision of what she wants to do with her marriage, of where she wants her marriage to go, and it is in the opposite direction of her husband. They're not on the same page with anything. Even when they about to have sex, like, he looks repulsed. Like, he can't even, like, it's just like, ugh. And it's not even because she's not live. It's because he knows the type of woman she is inside and out. Now, granted, Melly she's always been a snake, straight up. I'm a snake. You trying to get somewhere, but I can snake you there, right? So they got married under a deal, kind of, and they talk about that at the beginning of season 2. So now you kind of have the background. A lot of people, and I thought it was just this one person that I got in this conversation with, but it's apparently a lot of people who are like, Christians shouldn't watch Scandal. You know, there's always something. There was Christians shouldn't watch Harry Potter. Christians shouldn't watch Twilight. Okay, I'm a music, yes, and movie lover. Like, I enjoy being entertained. Like, my brain runs a million miles a minute. So I enjoy when I can just cut my brain off and let the television or the video screen tell me what I want to hear, or, you know, what to think. Like, I enjoy cutting off and someone else taking control and letting things move forward and then figuring things out. And I enjoy that because it lets me step outside of who I am normally. So anyway, I watched Harry Potter, the first one, with my mother. Both of us are devout believers. We didn't become any less saved. I didn't go home and try and, like, cook up frog's legs to figure out how to do a spell on anybody. I didn't leave with demons. Like, I just think that people, we as Christians, we sometimes just way off left field, and you're crazy. You just sound crazy. Like, you just have to, because the thing is, being a Christian doesn't make you superhuman. Yes, you can tap into the supernatural, but it does not make you superhuman. There's not, like, you know, the things of the world is not your kryptonite. Like, you're not gonna, I saw that movie, now my eyes are gonna fall out. No, dude. And if it does, then you should question your faith. Like, why are you a Christian? How are you a Christian? What validates you? Because if watching a movie, a 1-hour movie, can undo what God has supposedly done in your life, then I really need you to reevaluate that. That's just my 2 cents. I don't want y'all to crucify me. That's just my 2 cents about, you know, entertainment. It's just that, it's entertainment. Now, granted, are there spirits behind things? Yes. And do you need to use discernment about where in the scale you are? For sure. Like, there are certain movies I can't watch. Not because, oh, I'm a Christian, I don't need to watch them. No, because I know what I've been delivered from, and I know what I struggled from, and me watching that on the screen is not going to help me stay delivered. It's not going to help me stay away from those things. Like, I've told you guys before, I had a serious porn addiction that I lived with for more than half of my life. Like, that's gangster. And I have to choose to stay delivered from that. So no, I'm not about to go see a hot and steamy movie that's got hot and steamy sex scenes in it all the time. And especially if it's 2 women, oh, hang it up. I can't even know. Because I know where I am. Now, maybe in the future, I'll be okay watching 2 women getting it on, you know, hot and steamy or whatever. I don't know. Would I want to be cool? I don't know. That's a whole other subject. But anyway, so my point in this rant is you do have to know where you are. And I don't even think you have to be a Christian for that. Like, you just have, as a human, you need to know where you are. What you need to know, your personal parameter, what you can take, what you can't take, what's okay, what's not okay, what you need to work on, what you don't need to work on. And then from there, judge what type of people, movie, music, entertainment that you allow in your life. If you've been struggling and you don't want to be an alcoholic. Maybe you're alcoholic. Maybe you just can't wait till your next drink. If drinking is your thing, you don't need to be friends with someone who owns a bar, who's going to say, hey, meet me at the bar every day. That's not a good friend for you to have. If you have, if you're trying to get off of drugs, like, probably don't want to be a friend with a drug dealer. That's probably not a good look for you. Same thing with movies. So I think that part of staying away from those movies and TV shows, I think that's good. All of it just because you love the Lord, you being deep. I just need you to stand up in that baby pool. You in the baby pool. You're trying to act like you in 8 feet, but it's not even 8 inches. Stand up. Like, just stand up in the baby pool. You being deep. It's too deep. So, ma'ams and sirs. Now about Scandal. I'm sorry, I ranted. I'm sorry. Scandal. Let me streamline it. Scandal. All right. Yes, there is infidelity. Yes, it does glorify adultery. And it makes it look juicy because their chemistry is off the chain. Like, it oozes through your TV screen. You're like, whoo, Jesus. He just, whoo, Father. And the thing is, they don't even have sex every episode. You know what I mean? It's not like a constantly sexual thing. It's like just their exchange. And actually, I was watching another interview, and they call it Scandal Speed. So everybody talks super duper fast. They talk really, really fast on the show. So if y'all can't handle me, then y'all probably need to. Matter of fact, you need to watch me to amp up so you can watch Scandal. Everyone talks really, really fast, and this is Shonda's design. Everyone talks fast, except for when these two talk, it slows completely down because she wants you to feel the intensity between them. Like, you gotta ease into it. Like, you can't just roll up in there, right? So I personally feel that although adultery, infidelity, lots of lying, killing, probably the whole 10 Commandments is just, the whole 10 Commandments is just out the window with this show. I feel that, one, people need to understand it is just a TV show. It is entertainment, and it is meant to be taken as entertainment. I don't think that this is some spiritual conspiracy to, like, get people to drop their morals and be okay with infidelity. I do feel that it will have you second guessing your morals, and if you aren't flat-footed in them, then you might want to do that. You might want to check that out. Because I know after I watched it, I was like, now I know cheating is wrong, but they are electric together. You can tell that it's real love compared to what his crazy off-the-wall wife. And then you have to sit and say, how long do you need to stay in this relationship? And that's the other thing. He's only with her because he's the president and he can't divorce. Like, I don't know if it's some unsaid rule, but he can't divorce as a president. So it's like, he has to stick with her. He has to remain. He is, this man is miserable. Miserable with this woman. She's hateful and conniving and just evil. Just, ugh. And then you have this woman who's like his perfect complement, who she's single. You know, she is not violating anybody. She's single. He's not, but she is. So the young lady was making these points that, you know, when we see things on TV, it kind of desensitizes us, and it makes us reevaluate the things that are right and wrong, and it makes people want to engage in activity that's not healthy because it's been desensitized through media. And to an extent, I do agree with that. I do agree. Media has a certain power about it that it does change the way you think if you are not guarded when you watch it. But then, again, from the Christian perspective, the Bible says guard your heart and mind. You know what I mean? Like, guard your eye gate, guard your mouth. Like, what are things are you saying out of your mouth? What things are you allowing into your mind? What things are you seeing visually? You know, I think if you approach Scandal or a movie or whatever with consciousness, I think you'd be okay. I don't think that if I were married and I decided to watch Scandal, I would want to go cheat on my husband. Now, if I was in a terrible marriage, And my best friend, who I've been staying away from and whatever, I can't say I wouldn't think about it. I'm just going to be honest. I can't say I wouldn't think about it. But again, it depends on your situation, the situation that you're in. So, I mean, she was really like, y'all need to think about this. If we're trying to facilitate and grow happy, healthy marriages, scandal is not going to get us there. And that's the other thing. I think that we have to be careful about the power that we give to inanimate things. Like, this show isn't real. So I would not base any thought processes. I think that's the word. Off of a not real or alive or moving show. Like, it's a TV show in my mind. It's a TV show. I would not make any life decisions based on something that's not real, if that makes sense. So, and I think that it's unfair to put a show, a TV show up here. It's unfair to put anything up here, but for sure a TV show up here and then say, oh, this doesn't measure up here, so we shouldn't watch it at all. Well, it's not supposed to measure up. It's entertainment. What should measure up is your level of the Word of God. What should measure up is your ability to play your role in the marriage. What are you doing? What do you bring to the table? Like, that is what should measure up. And then you should measure your marriage up with that. You know what I mean? Not Scandal, because Scandal is a show. And I have a very close friend who is married. Her and her husband, they watch Scandal together. They love them some Scandal. And their marriage is just fine. They're the flyest people I know. Like, they're both young, successful. They have a beautiful daughter. Like, life is gravy and grand. Neither one of them going anywhere. Like, Scandal didn't, like, scathe their marriage. So, that's my 2 cents. That was a long 2 cents. Sorry, it's 20 minutes worth of sense. But yeah, I think it's a show, and I think it's okay to watch. Even in my singleness, if a man approached me who was married and wanted to, which actually happens a lot because of the Korean culture, they are totally cool with girlfriends on the side. Like, that's not foreign to them. So I've been offered several times to be the concubine on the side. I'm like, I can't with you, sir. Sit down. Several seats, sir. Have a seat. Like, more times than not, I've had to say that. So, I still wouldn't do it. I even after watching as fly as Olivia Pope is, I think she's fly as a woman, not just because she's a mistress. And I wouldn't even call her a mistress because there's a different dynamic to it other than I just sleep with her on the side. That's my side piece. So, yeah, and here's my truth, I'm watching my time. Here's my truth confession of the day. I have been the other woman when the man was married. Now, I initially did not know he was married. He never brought up his wife. He didn't wear a wedding ring. I had no idea of knowing that he was married. When I found out that he was married, he told me that he was married. It was told to me that he was separated from his wife. And I was like, oh, sir, I don't know about that one, Doc. I really don't know. But at that time, some time had passed. So, I'm choked by my necklace. Some time had passed, and this is long before Scandal. Scandal was not even out, so before you be like, say it. No. Scandal was not even thought about. Well, maybe she was thinking about it, but it wasn't out on TV. So he told me he was separated. Then, later, that separation was divorced, that he was divorced from her. Then, when I was like, okay, we are really building something, so I thought we're really building something. I need to see some divorce papers. And like, if you digging me the way you say you digging me, throwing me some official paperwork should be nothing. Like, if you happy, you happy and Slappy you free, then we should throw it up and have a party. Like, bring your papers. Like, he couldn't do that. He could not produce the papers, which was like, that's a huge red flag. Then, needless to say, later I found out he was like the jerk of all jerks. Not only was he married, not only was he living with his wife, but she has some terminal illness, and like, he was trying to like move on from her before it was just really mean. This whole situation was mean, and I was upset that I was the other woman, and I was upset because I know that I would never, under any circumstances, have any business, any biddings with a married man. Even to the point, like, when I'm in church and married men come up to speak to me, I rarely look them in their eye. I give them the church dap, doo-doo. Word, brother, have a good day. I'll see you later. All right. Like, that's me. And and I've always been like that. I just feel like marriage is so sacred. I never, ever, 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 ever want to do or say anything that could be misconstrued as me trying to cross the line. And I definitely don't want to be a home wrecker because I love home. I'm a home lover, so I could never be a home wrecker. So what did I say all that for? I was just sharing. Sharing is caring. I was just sharing that with or without scandal, life happens. And with or without scandal, you have to be responsible for the decisions that you make, for the perceptions that you have, and for the moves you choose to make. Like, that's on you. That you can't blame that on a TV show, a video game, a movie. You can't, like, for example, if you shoot somebody, you can't go to court and say, I saw it on TV, so I decided to do it. You're gonna find yourself in jail. Like, they're not gonna be like, oh, you saw it, excuses. No, you're responsible for you, your own brain. God gave you a brain, 2 ears, mouth, and eyes, hands to do research. Work it out. Do you have to, like, find out who you are and stay steadfast in that, regardless of what environmental things change around you. So that's my answer to that question. Should Christians watch Scandal? Go for it. If that's your type of thing, go for it. And there are people who don't like Scandal, just off of GP. Like, it's just not their cup of tea. So if Scandal is what you like, if Scandal is enjoyable to you, watch it. Do it. Do it like you're doing it for TV. Do it. Get it. Because when I'm strutting and I'm looking good, I'm like, oh, I'm getting my Olivia Pope on today. Like, that's how I feel. I don't feel like going to hop into bed with the president or a married man. I just feel good in my skin. So, anyway, loves, that's my rant on Scandal. I couldn't talk too much about the show because I would have spilled all the beans for those of you who haven't watched it, or if you're behind. But if you are up to date, then you know March 21st, it is going down. Yes. So be looking on my Facebook. Y'all already know. For those of you who follow me, I'm going to have my open letter, and it's going to be bomb.com. I feel it. It's going to be a good show. And dear Shonda, I need you to stop taking these long sabbaticals in between the seasons. Like, okay, season 1 ends, you need a 2-week break so you can get ready for season. But you don't take a break after every other show. I need you not to do that, ma'am. Sit down, have several seats. No, don't sit down, Shonda. I'm just playing. But no, seriously, like, it's like 3 weeks, really, between episodes. What you doing? What are you doing? I hope y'all are taping other episodes so you don't have to tape any more breaks. That would be great. So, anyway, let me stop because I will continue rambling. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah! If you're not already a gladiator, become a gladiator. Scannersbomb.com. Watch Scandal. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.